You're looking at the scene in downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin. A winter storm warning is in effect for southeast Wisconsin. Not the kind of day you want to be outside, not the kind of day that you want to be in your car on the road. But it's nice here inside the Al McGuire Center. The Plow leads the way for fans to come in as the Marquette Golden Eagles are at home on this Super Sunday to take on the Georgetown Hoyas. It comes your way next on the Big East Digital Network. The conditions are dry and warm inside the Al McGuire Center on the campus of Marquette University, where the Georgetown Hoyas have come to town to take on the Marquette Golden Eagles. So glad to have you along with us on this Sunday afternoon alongside my partner Ronan O'Shea. I'm Patrick Reed. It's a matchup of two teams with parallel movements this season. Freshmen are leading the way for both of these groups. Both Marquette and Georgetown have four of them on the floor and playing regularly. For the Georgetown Hoyas, one of them has been a celebrated freshman, and that's Dorothy Adamako, who we'll see playing up front today.
Dorothy, as good as any player in the Big East Conference, particularly, though, as a freshman, averaging 14 points per game. She'll get you close to 8 rebounds. A 5-time Big East Rookie of the Week award winner. She's got good size at 6'1", and she's all over the court for Georgetown.
Plenty of versatility for Dorothy Adamako, who's had a fine freshman season. For the Marquette Golden Eagles, they feature a freshman leading scorer as well, and that's Kanisha Bell, who was known for her defense coming in, but the offense has come around for her as well.
Well, she plays more minutes than anybody from Marquette, tied for the team lead with 14 points per game, but it's that defense, close to 50 steals, the team leader in that category. She puts it on the court on both ends.
An aggressive style of play for Kanisha Bell. We'll look forward to seeing her today for the Marquette Golden Eagles. Marquette and Georgetown, the records may not show it, but progress being made by these two teams as they continue to build their programs. And we'll return here with the starting lineups and the opening tap from snowy Milwaukee in just a moment, right here on the Big East Digital Network.
All right, fans, so I need you to cheer for the team that you thought.
The Big East Women's Basketball Tournament, presented by New York Life, will return to Allstate Arena in suburban Chicago for a second consecutive year. First round action begins on March the 7th. For more information and for tickets, visit bigeast.com.
Should be a wonderful tournament just outside Chicago this year. Of course, Seton Hall and DePaul, maybe two of the favorites coming into it, but Butler playing as good as anybody in conference play. They're as hot as anybody, winners of 8 straight in a row. Villanova, who was in here Friday night, also can contend, but that's the thing you love about moving in towards conference tournament action. What you're playing for is an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament, and you see some of the best basketball of the year.
The Big East is a league that could have as many as 3 teams in the NCAA tournament. On the drive, Kanisha Bell is fouled.
And with the change of the conference a little bit, more teams here in the Midwest, seeing that conference tournament move from the East Coast to the Chicagoland area is always good for Midwest fans. Here, though, in the paint, though, drawing the foul. And getting back to the free throw line is Kanisha Bell, where Marquette's been at the free throw line all game.
It would seem that way for Marquette. That is a key to success. The Golden Eagles, 15 of 18 at the stripe.
Georgetown hasn't gotten to the free throw line this half, still just 4 in the game. That's 4 attempts.
2 misses by Kanisha Bell at the line. Marquette with a 2-point lead, nearly a steal by Bell. Faith Woodard had a nice first half for Georgetown. 12 to shoot. McCormick with the basketball. Bounce pass inside, and Dominique Vitalis there to put it down for Georgetown.
Great pass by McCormick at the last moment. She was cutting to the basket, was able to feed it to Vitalis, and gets the assist for McCormick, who's averaging about 2 per game.
Morse thought about 3, now drives, and Morse, as she has done all game, continues to draw contact and will get back to the line.
Going back to McCormick, a Georgetown, one of 3 captains. As it's been an interesting approach. They have a captain for each class, a freshman, a sophomore, and junior captain. No seniors on the squad. And McCormick, the junior from Maryland, in that role.
Butler working on Vitalis and misses the shot. Faith Woodard, the extra pass inside. kicked ball will stay with Georgetown.
Maybe should have just held on to it. That last-minute bounce pass in the paint kicked out of bounds. Looked like she had a clean lane to the basket.
Justice Swango checks back in for Georgetown. Vitalis through traffic, and Dominique Vitalis had two defenders in front of her and still got that shot to fall.
She had the size advantage on the two, still outnumbered, but able to make the basket.
The runner by Arlisha Morse. Morse was stepping up, maybe looking for some contact, but got the runner to fall. Arlisha Morse has cracked 20 points now. Second time against Georgetown that Morse has topped the 20-point mark. Dorothy Adamako still on the floor with 3 fouls for Georgetown. McCormick the runner. Too strong, tapped out. Jens will start the break ahead for Bajika. And Christina Bajika the finish for Marquette.
Well, on the other end of the court, McCormick with plenty of time rushed a shot with a defender, no good. And then Bajika on the other end able to finish the play, giving Marquette a 2-point lead.
This feels like a comfortable cushion for Marquette, a rare 2-point advantage.
You know, one of the problems this year for Marquette has been finishing ball games. Countless times they've held leads in the second half and have lost them over the final 10 minutes or so of the game. Get a feeling, though, this one's going to come down to the wire.
And Ronan, that was the 4th personal foul against Dorothy Adamako, who had 2 early in the first half, now with 4, and Natasha Adair had to bring her back to the bench.
So you take the most dangerous player for Georgetown off the court. Marquette now trying to go on a run here and build a little bit of a cushion.
Keep in mind, if you're Marquette, Dominique Vitalis on the floor with 3 personal fouls for Georgetown. Bell spins at it, knocked away. 3-point try from Elbert short. And Swango grabs it for Georgetown. Justice Swango had a fantastic high school career at Princess Anne High School in Virginia Beach. One of a team that won 128 games in her career. Faith Woodard, a good year a season ago as a freshman, going in and loses the basketball.
I think you need a strong second half here from Faith Woodard. She had 10 points in the opening frame, but with foul trouble amongst the other bigs for Georgetown, need to get some points from her.
See if Marquette continues to work in the lane. Ojulu goes up on McCormick, who was defending that time, had the mismatch. But Marquette doesn't have the bucket. They will have the basketball.
Still a lot of time to shoot, 12 seconds to work with here. So they're not up against the wall, and we'll see what they go with.
It's Butler to trigger it in for Marquette. And it's for Bell. Bell with a behind-the-back shot. She had to go over her head at Kanisha Bell with 17 now for Marquette.
Had a defender on her, not an easy look at all, but a nice play from Kanisha Bell.
Marquette enjoying a 4-point lead, 53-49.
17 points now for Bell as McCormick answers.
McCormick firing her second 3-point attempt of the night. It's her first that goes down. Elbert quickly ahead, and Elbert is fouled, and McCormick couldn't believe it. And that's her second.
Mentioned how McCormick, junior captain for this team, we heard from their coaching staff, really the voice of the Georgetown Hoyas. And Whistle couldn't believe that call at all. Not a lot of contact near the basket. Marquette's going to take it.
7th foul against Georgetown. Marquette has no fouls in the second half, and it's a miss for Tia Elbert. Brittany Horn will return to the lineup. Katie McCormick off with the 2 personals. Elbert at the line looking to get better. Came in a 50% foul shooter and made 50% on that trip.
That's something that's going to come with time for the freshman, but a freshman guard, you have to be a better free throw shooter.
Elbert some frustration as she commits the foul. And that's the first against Marquette in the second half. Marquette in this game has done a good job of staying out of foul trouble. Right now, that could be a factor for Georgetown, a team that comes in playing really just 10 deep. And you can look at it right now, Georgetown playing 9 deep with Dorothy Adamako on the bench with 4 personals.
Neither team particularly deep in this conference.
Stepping up is Woodard, and she is fouled on her way to the basket. Second against Ojulu, second against Marquette. And a timeout on the floor with 11:52 to go in the second half. The back and forth game continues, but it's Marquette with a 54-52 lead on Georgetown.